What do bodybuilders and people with ADHD have in common? Besides both being ridiculously good looking and sometimes short-tempered, the answer might surprise you. In this video, we're going to be examining the 3 reasons why this easy diet fix can start improving your ADHD symptoms. And once you implement this diet fix, you will be doing more than most average Americans are. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to discuss examples of this diet fix that are ADHD friendly that you can start implementing right away. Before we get into that, hi, my name is Bridget. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, so it's a mental health professional with a specialization in ADHD, and I have my own lived experience in ADHD, not in bodybuilding, although I've been known to dabble. So let's get right into it. What is this magical diet fix that will help alleviate your ADHD symptoms? I'll give you a hint. It's one of the 3 big macronutrients, and it rhymes with smokescreen. If you guessed protein, yes, you're correct. Good job. All right, yes, it's protein. It's simple, it's easy, and it's effective, and yet most people are not getting enough in their breakfast. We know protein is essential for muscle growth, but it's also incredibly necessary for your brain as well. And it is essential for managing your ADHD. Let's talk about why. The 3rd reason might surprise you. Imagine this. You wake up past your alarm. You're cranky, you're groggy, you don't want to go to work, but you get yourself up out of bed, you get dressed, you don't have time to make breakfast, so you grab a Pop-Tart. You eat the tarts on your way to work. A few hours later, you're at work, you're starting to feel foggy and cranky, and you don't know why, but it's gonna be a hard day, you can feel it. What's going on? Is it that you stayed up too late watching that documentary about cheerleaders? Maybe, but it probably has more to do with your breakfast. You see, Pop-Tarts, they're not gonna cut it as far as eating protein, and protein increases alertness and attention in your brain. How? Well, your brain makes neurotransmitters, and neurotransmitters are basically like chemical messengers. They signal to your brain that it is time to get ready and get in motion. And protein provides the amino acids necessary to build those chemical messengers. Again, what do those messengers do? They signal to your brain that you feel alert and focused. Ready to have your mind blown? Dopamine, the holy grail for people with ADHD, is a neurotransmitter. So it goes like this. Protein equals amino acids equals neurotransmitters like dopamine that keep you alert, focused, and happy. Who knew? The TLDR is eat more protein, get more dopamine, feel happy, and more focused. So we're on to the 2nd reason. Let's go back to that story. It's been a few hours at work, and you are crabby with the capital C. Today, when your coworker actually sent you the 3rd meeting request that could have been an email, you actually sent that Slack message that you kept deleting that was real snarky, and normally you just delete them, you don't send them, but today you sent it. Why? There's a very good reason for this. And we're gonna go back to that breakfast, man. That Pop-Tart spiked your blood sugar, and now you're feeling the crash that comes after. And that crash can include more irritability, more fatigue, poor concentration, and impulsivity. That is on top of the fact that those of us with ADHD tend to have a harder time with emotional regulation. Feelings can feel so intense, and it can cause us to be incredibly irritable. It's kind of like a terrible double whammy. And then you pair that with the impulsivity, and you just landed yourself in HR. If we would have eaten protein though with our breakfast, our blood sugar would have been more level because it slows down the digestion of carbs, and thus our moods will be more level as well. Protein can prevent surges in your blood sugar, which can lead to more emotional stability and less impulsivity. Okay, we are on to the 3rd reason, and before we dive in, I just want to take a moment and ask you, if you're finding value from this video, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. I'm a brand new channel, I'm just starting out, but I'm really trying to make this a space to get information out there for folks with ADHD. And you could be one of the first ones subscribed, and then when I have an audience, you're gonna be like, I was watching from the beginning. That would be so cool. Thank you so much. Okay, on to the third reason. Let's go. This one really surprised me, but believe it or not, protein can help your ADHD medications be more effective. Yep, that's right. And it isn't just about how much protein you eat, it's also about when you eat the protein. For example, a protein-rich breakfast can increase the likelihood that your ADHD medications will be more effective and will last longer in your system. It can also reduce the likelihood that your medications will cause irritability and restlessness. But since ADHD medications can reduce your appetite, it is recommended that you take your medications after eating a protein-filled breakfast or right during. I promised some additional information, and that is, okay, you got the message. Eating protein is important for ADHD symptoms. However, it can be really, really hard to eat enough protein, let alone to eat breakfast at all when you have ADHD sometimes. So we're not going to sit there and cook ourselves like 4 eggs or meal prep or whatever it may be. Or maybe you do meal prep and then you get so sick of the food by the second day you can't even look at it. Whatever it may be. Here's what I recommend to you. Some of my favorite high protein filled meals that I can just grab and go are Greek yogurt and berries with protein granola, Think Thin bars, or Lara bars or other bars that are high in protein. String cheese is a really good one. Cheese in general is filled with protein, and if you're not lactose intolerant, I highly recommend. And protein drinks. There is nothing wrong with just grabbing some protein drinks, and they have some good ones. You can get Chips Ahoy protein drinks, okay? You can get all sorts of it. Otherwise, you can get collagen, which also has a lot of protein in it, collagen powders, and mix that in with your coffee in the morning. If it's flavorless, you can't taste it. But those are just some options that I recommend. Are protein bars the most well-rounded breakfast and protein choice? Probably not, but we're not aiming for perfection here. We're just aiming for improvement. So it can help. So I would love to know down below, what are some of your favorite protein-filled snacks and especially breakfasts? Are you getting enough protein in your day? Are you surprised that protein plays such an important role in managing your ADHD? That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.